If you're looking for an awesome product at a great price, be sure to check out the link in the description. A major legal battle over immigration policy has reached a critical juncture, with a federal judge delivering a significant blow to the Trump administration's stance on temporary protected status, or TPS. The ruling, handed down by Judge Trina L. Thompson, has extended protections for approximately 60,000 immigrants, primarily from Central America and Asia. This decision directly counters the administration's efforts to dismantle these protections, which shield individuals from deportation and grant them the right to work within the United States. The implications of this ruling are far-reaching, touching upon the lives of thousands of individuals and raising complex questions about the future of immigration policy. The case revolves around the administration's attempts to terminate TPS for nationals from several countries, including Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua. TPS, as granted by the Secretary of Homeland Security, offers temporary refuge to those whose home countries are deemed unsafe due to natural disasters, political instability, or other dangerous circumstances. The Trump administration, under the leadership of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, had sought to end these protections, arguing that conditions in the affected countries had improved sufficiently to allow for the return of their nationals. This action, however, faced significant legal challenges. The government contended that the Secretary had the clear authority to make these determinations, aligning with the administration's broader goals in immigration and foreign policy. However, the court saw it differently. Judge Thompson's ruling stated that the administration had ended the migrant status protections without an objective review of the country conditions. The court's findings highlighted the ongoing political violence in Honduras and the impact of recent hurricanes and storms in Nicaragua, underscoring the continued instability in those regions. The judge underscored the severe consequences for individuals who would lose these protections, detailing the potential for loss of employment, health insurance, family separation, and the risk of deportation to countries where they had no ties. Economically, she estimated a $1.4 billion loss to the U.S. economy if the protections for those from Nepal, Honduras, and Nicaragua were not extended. In a strongly worded order, Judge Thompson cited statements made by Secretary Noem and former President Donald Trump, suggesting that their actions were influenced by discriminatory beliefs about certain immigrant groups. The judge agreed with the arguments made by lawyers from the National TPS Alliance, who asserted that Noem's decisions were predetermined by campaign promises and fueled by racial animus. The judge stated that statements made by Noem and Trump perpetuated the discriminatory belief that certain immigrant populations will replace the white population. The plaintiffs sought to live fearlessly, with the opportunity of liberty and the American dream, but instead, are told to atone for their race, leave because of their names, and purify their blood. The initial expiration dates for these protections were fast approaching. For instance, the designation for approximately 7,000 individuals from Nepal was slated to expire on August 5, while protections for over 51,000 Hondurans and nearly 3,000 Nicaraguans, who had resided in the U.S. for over 25 years, were due to expire on September 8. While Judge Thompson did not set a new expiration date, she ruled to keep the protections in place while the legal proceedings continued, with the next hearing scheduled for November 18. The ruling sparked varied reactions. The Honduran Foreign Minister, Javier Bussoto, expressed his positive views on the social media platform X, calling the decision good news. He acknowledged the petitioners' right to live without fear while awaiting a decision, assuring the government would continue aiding Hondurans in the U.S. through the consular network. Conversely, the situation in Nicaragua paints a grim picture. Hundreds of thousands have fled into exile as the government cracked down on dissent, shutting down numerous non-governmental organizations and imprisoning political opponents. The broad effort by the Republican administration's crackdown on immigration has been targeting people in the country illegally and removing protections that have allowed people to live and work in the U.S. on a temporary basis. This court decision is not the only instance where the administration has sought to remove such protections. It is part of a much larger trend. The Trump administration has already terminated protections for approximately 350,000 Venezuelans, 500,000 Haitians, and more than 160,000 Ukrainians, in addition to many others. Some of these terminations are also subject to pending legal challenges. As the legal battles continue and the next hearing approaches, the fate of thousands of immigrants hangs